Hi, I'm Gina. Thanks for joining me today. This video is going to focus on some movements and stretches to help with rounded shoulders. Do you ride with your shoulders collapsed, rounded forward and your chest collapsed in the saddle, or do you sit like that at your desk? This sequence will help you. You will need a strap, yoga strap. Here is what I have. Perfect for what we're doing today. You can, if you're an equestrian, you can use a lead rope. If you don't have either of those things, you can use a long scarf or a tie from a bathrobe, anything like that. So we'll be using this later. You do this sequence on a mat, but you do not have to have a mat for this sequence. You can have just a non-slip level surface, but if you have a yoga mat, go ahead and roll it out. So strap, just place that off to the side for the moment. We're going to do some warm-ups first for the shoulders. So come to mountain pose. As long as we're doing this, we're going to have good alignment. So feet hip distance apart, lift all your toes, spread the toes, place the toes back down. Think of lifting the inner arch of your foot, lift your kneecaps, let the sternum lift, energy up through the crown of the head, arms down by your side. Gentle breaths in and out of the nose. Keep that steady breathing going throughout your yoga practice. And we'll start with just some simple shoulder rolls. So just bring the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back, down, and around. So just gentle movements for the shoulders. And this will give us an opportunity to notice how the shoulders are feeling too. So just kind of notice what you feel. And then do a couple with just one shoulder at a time. So circle one shoulder. And again, the shoulders might feel different because we have that dominant arm. So you might find that one's a little different than the other, maybe a little tighter. And then circle the opposite one. Again, steady breathing. And then let the arms release down by your sides. So we're going to bring the hands, actually let's start with the, we're going to do a few more movements warming up through the shoulders. So inhale, float the arms all the way up, reach up through the fingertips, sun breath. And then exhale, float the arms down by your side, bring your hands to your heart. So a couple times with the breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down, hands to the heart. Good, one more time, just like that. Inhaling, just finding some movement here. And exhale. So now this time, once again, arms are going to float up. And then as you release them down, you're going to bring the hands behind you. You can either interlace the fingers, press down through the knuckles. You can square off the wrist a little bit, or you can take hold of opposite elbows, whatever feels best for you. So draw the shoulder blades together as you're doing this. So we want to get this nice stretch across the front of the chest. Think of widening across the collarbones. And then nice deep inhale. As you exhale, gently rotate and look to your right just as far as you comfortably can look. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, gently looking to your left. Inhale, back to center. Good, one more time each side. Exhale, gentle look to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, gentle look to the left. And inhale back to center, and then release the hands once again, float the arms all the way up, bring the palms together, bring the hands to the heart. So now bring your feet a little wider, maybe about the width of your yoga mat. Let the knees bend a little bit. So now we're going to do a little bit more dynamic movement for the shoulders. So arms down by your side, you're just going to start to do a little twist and just let the arms just swing around the body. It's kind of wrapping around the waist. Thinking of your arms like heavy, empty coat sleeves. If you had a coat on, you didn't stick your arms in the sleeves and you swung and looked, maybe those sleeves would swing out. And you can bring the arms up a little higher if you want. Give yourself a little pat on the back here. Maybe float the arms overhead, whatever feels good, whatever lets you get some movement and some energy going there for the arms, shoulders, upper back. And then gently come back to center. Just let the movement stop. Maybe close the eyes for a moment. Just notice what you feel, any tingling, movement of the energy. And then bring the feet back to that mountain pose. So heels underneath the hips. Bring your left hand to your heart, bring your right hand on top. Again, we're going to do a little breath practice and get a little movement in the upper body. So inhale, bring the right arm out to the side, twisting to the right, exhale back to center. Inhale the left arm, twisting to the left, exhale back to center. Keep that going. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Keep that going with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feel that stretch across the front of the chest as you twist, and also feel the muscles between the shoulder blades engaging as that arm comes out to the side. So we'll do one more each direction. And then come back again to center. Let the arms release down. So now those arms and shoulders should be well warmed up here. So let's take our strap. So holding onto your strap, we want the strap to slide easily in the hands for this first sequence. So typically when you hold onto something like a strap and you don't want it to move, you have your fingers on top, thumb on the bottom so you can get a good grip on it. But I want this again to slide in your hands. So I want you to bring your thumb on top with your fingers so that when you take your hands and slide them away from, move them away from each other, the strap will slide and your grip will get wider away from, hands wider away from each other. So start with your strap, even tails on either side. Strap, holding onto the strap just a little wider than your hips. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. As you exhale, you're going to let your hands slide on the strap. Bring the arms behind you till they stop at shoulder height. So you're getting a stretch across the front of the chest. So from the front, it looks like this. Arms are straight but not locked. And you have let the hands slide on the strap so that it's nice and wide here. So again, we want to feel the stretch across the front of the chest. So inhale, bring the arms back up. You'll probably mess up your hairdo. And then exhale, bring those arms again back to that shoulder height. So we want to feel that stretch across the front of the chest, and we want to feel the shoulder blades engaged, drawing towards the spine. Inhale, again, the arms up. And then exhale, bring those arms again back shoulder height. Good, once more. Inhale and exhale. Good, now inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Step your feet nice and wide. Bring your right hand down towards your hip, bring your left arm up. So think of pressing down through the right hand, press up through the left arm, but think of drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine. So we're engaging those muscles still between the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, helping to strengthen them here. Inhale and exhale. Now you can add a little lateral flexion here if you'd like. You can think of pressing down through the right hand, hinge a little bit at that right hip, press up through the left arm, getting a little length in the left side of the body. Inhale and exhale, and then come all the way back up to center. Bring the right arm up to meet the left, and now bring your left arm down. Again, press down through the left hand, press up through the right hand, draw the shoulder blades towards the spine. Breathing, make sure that, think of keeping the kneecaps a little lifted so you're not locking out through the knees. Press down through the left hand. Again, think of a little hinge of that left hip. Think of still lengthening both sides of the body, but you're going to get more stretch on the right side. Inhale and exhale. Good. Then once again, come all the way back up. Float that left arm up to meet the right. Release the hands down in front. And then just heel toe the feet back in till you come back again to that mountain pose. Maybe a little roll of the shoulders here. So we have one more little sequence with the strap here. So now take the strap. Again, this time you're going to bring your thumb underneath the strap, fingers on top, because this time I want you to be able to grip the strap without the strap sliding. So this is more of a strengthening. So again, starting with the hands a little wider, the grip on the strap a little wider than the hips. Inhale, bring the arms overhead, press down through the feet. As you exhale, bend your elbows out to the side, resist yourself, pulling at yourself on that strap. Draw the shoulder blades towards the spine. You may feel a little shaking here in the arms. And then inhale, again, that resistance as you press up through the hands, resist that tension on keeping that tension on the strap. Exhale again, bring those arms down behind, elbows out to the side, open up through the chest, draw the lowest ribs towards the hips, pressing into the feet, resist the hands, pull those arms away from each other as you bring the arms again back up and overhead. So almost like imagine if you were doing a reverse pull up here. Exhale again, bring those arms down, elbows out to the side. Inhale, bring those arms again back up. Good, one more time. Exhale. And inhale. And then release the hands down in front. Release the strap. Maybe shake out the arms just a little bit. We're going to do a little release for the shoulders here. So once again, come to that nice wide stance. If you want to turn, if you're using a mat, if you want to turn sideways so your feet don't slide any, you can do that. Turn the toes a little to the outside. Bend your knees towards the end of your mat. So coming into a horse stance here, hands rest on the thighs. Think of drawing those inner thighs back. And then keep the left hand on the inner thigh, let the right arm release down, and just begin a little circular movement here with the arm, little kind of almost like pendulum effect here. So just let that shoulder release go one direction, couple times, the other direction, just steady breathing. Also work out for the thighs here. And then bring the right hand back to the thigh. Again, let's let the left arm release down. Just do that little circle. Just think of the arm being heavy. Circle the other direction. Keep breathing. And then bring that left hand again to the hip, or excuse me, to the thigh. Press into the feet, straighten the legs, reach up through the fingertips, lift the heart and the sternum. Bring the palms together, bring the hands to the heart. Again, bring those feet, you can heel toe those feet back into your mountain pose. Close the eyes. Just check in, see how you feel. Again, noticing any sensations in the shoulders, the upper back, the chest, collarbones. As you're ready, gently let the eyes open. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that sequence. Again, very good for your posture in the saddle, or even if you're not an equestrian, but very good for your posture, kind of getting out of that tightness that we get when we look at our phones all day, or we type on our computers, or we drive our cars. We get into this shape. So all of that work with the strap, helping to open up across and stretch through the front of the chest, and then working to strengthen those muscles around the shoulder blades so that they can rotate onto the back of the body towards the spine. So please do check out Grey Horse Yoga in the info section below. I teach a Wednesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zoom class. Would love to see you there. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat. Thanks. Bye-bye.